back to my studio. My name is Elke, and I had another idea of being different, just doing it different as we like to do here in my studio. I had my leftover color lilies that I cut from my plant. The plant just kind of grew beautifully. I kept cutting from them because I used, I like to use them as cut flowers too. And eventually the bush just didn't look that attractive anymore. And so I just took all the flowers off because I know they are very long lasting as a cut flower. And so I could either just do a regular bouquet and put them in a vase, or I do something a little bit different. And so I decided to go for the cylinder vase, which gives me, obviously, it's too big for a little bundle like that, but not if we do it different and interesting. So I'm going to take all my bundles of, or the whole bundle of these lilies and hold them in my hand, and so I have all the stems going straight down. So I kind of see that I have some shorter ones in the front. Just make them look like in your hand that they are all in a space where they should be and not somehow squished or go across. Just play with them in your hand, and you say, what, that looks nice in your hand, but not in the spiral form that we usually have with a bouquet, all straight down, just a nice straight tight bundle. And then I use a little bit of wire, this is the floral wire that I always use. It's covered in paper. You can use raffia or any other string, and it's just really, you can actually even use an elastic just to keep the shape right now. That, and twist it together. So we're going to just have this bundle leaning against the edge of that vase, but because we want to make it look like it's supposed to be like that, first of all I'm going to take the stems and make them all the same length. It looks like a neat, tidy bundle. And then I'm going to take some ribbon and make this stem part a little bit more attractive. So I could go for white or maybe pink, be a little bit different. White is very classy. Or you go pink. Let's just try pink. It's a little bit more funky and a little bit more peppy. So take the bundle and I go right tight around it and feed it down the bottom here. Leave a little bit on the bottom because it's just it's in the water anyways. Oops. So like that. So this is going to be my top because I'm leaning on this work. So I'm going to make the end of the bundle at the back side. So make them a little shorter. Fold it so that the end is basically on the back side. And then I take a pin and just stick it through the paper up into the stems. So what I like to do here, so first of all, that looks already cool, but what I like to do is making it even more interesting, and I use that often in bridal bouquets to make the handle look quite attractive. So I take pins, and they have a pearl end, so you get them in craft stores and stuff like that, and then I just stick it through and go right up into the stem. And just put a few in there, make a nice little bead row. That just be careful that you don't poke yourself. Nicely in so nobody can be hurt. So, and make sure that the pin goes up into the stems and not out the other end, right? So now, see, if you lean that now nicely into this bowl, looks quite lovely. I personally like to center it a little bit. It could be sand, actually white sand, or maybe, because it is very classy, I'm going to take white rocks. Put some in the bottom. Let's just take this. the whole bottom of it. Use that water in. We don't need a huge amount of water. And that milky stuff that is going to settle. You can also wash the rocks before to make sure the water is not so milky. And put that into the vase. Ta-da! And I just leave it that way. So this is just an idea to use a bundle of flowers in a little bit of a different way. Obviously, if you have a thick bundle, you can also just wrap them up and put them straight up into a vase, like, you know, like this kind, because they would stand by itself. But I like the look of just leaning it in and let the flowers flow and be. So especially these color lilies, I just think they are very gorgeous. I probably put them onto something that is a little bit lighter or gives it a nice background because they are dark. So if you put a dark flower on a dark table, you barely see them. So I would, even in the garden, I put usually some dark flowers, maybe black tulips or color lilies like that. Put them with something that helps them to set themselves off. Maybe some nice light green leaves that are around the plant, or when I mix tulips, I use maybe black and orange, or black and red, or black and white together, just to help them not to disappear in the background. And the same thing, obviously, with cut flowers. I use maybe a white tablecloth or some kind of a you know, like a felt. I like the gray felt. Yeah, and maybe even pink in this case. But yeah, just help it to lift itself up a little bit. Okay, a new little funky idea. I hope you like that. If you like these kind of ideas, please sign up for my channel and give me a thumbs up. And also push the notification button, because then you will get notified every time I make a video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.